I never thought I would actually get here when I built the boat in Europe.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, there was just the lightning behind you.
Adios, Vivian. Pacific, here we come. He's driving. I don't have to do anything.
I'm enjoying this far more than I thought. You see Australia? So exciting!
Amazing.
Unreal.
Incredible.
So cool. G'day.
G'day. Welcome to another episode of Sailing Merewether. Today is a very special one, isn't it?
Very exciting day. We are going through the Panama Canal.
Yes, so the Panama Canal, to anybody who doesn't know, I'd be a bit concerned if you didn't. It's one of the, it's probably the greatest feats of engineering in the world. They have a canal, you go up 3 locks and through a river and then down 3 locks. And it was built in 1914. It was completed by the Americans, and it is I'm going to say, the busiest canal in the world.
Yeah, well, the sewers, but yeah, this is very, very, very busy.
9,000 ships go through this canal a year.
Every year, yeah.
And we're about to do it.
We have 3 volunteers that are coming, 3 line handlers that are going to stay at the boat and help us with the lines and the docks. Yeah, very exciting stuff.
I said to Isabel this morning, when you live this lifestyle, you get used to the repetition of sailing and exploring and sailing and exploring. And then, I mean, we now have hit the Panama Canal, and I'm just a bit taken back by it, you know. This is a real big feat for us because we are crossing from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, and it's huge. It's huge.
It is.
I never thought I would actually get here when I built the boat in Europe.
No,
it's
sailing from Greece to here.
Yeah, it's a long way, and I always knew it was there, but I didn't think I'd get there, which is incredible.
I'm quite proud of us.
Yeah, very.
No flights have been taken, we've just been sailing.
Minimal motoring.
Yes, very minimal.
Yeah.
Alright, without further ado, are you going to go and pick up the line handlers?
Yes, I'm going to go pick up the line handlers. We'll get them on board, and we have an advisor that's going to jump on board this afternoon. We're going to go up 3 locks. We're going to spend a night on a mooring ball in the man-made lake. And then tomorrow morning we're going to go down another 3 locks into the Pacific Ocean.
Alright, let's do it.
Let's do it. Shelter Bay Marina was the starting point for our much anticipated transit through the Panama Canal. The transit advisor arrived later than expected, and with him some very dangerous looking clouds.
Rain! Oh, here it comes. Still in good mood?
Very good mood.
Oh, there was just the lightning behind you. Ah! You know, 14,000.
That's great.
Wow. That's normal.
They have to spend a couple $100,000. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
See you later. Caribbean, Shelter Bay. Adios.
Adios, Caribbean. Till next time. Pacific, here we come. Transiting the Panama Canal for a small vessel defined as under 60 foot would cost you around 2,000 to 3,000 US dollars. Really a fraction compared to the container ships passing us by, some of which are paying up to 1 million US dollars.
Are you feeling, Captain?
Yeah, very excited.
Yeah?
Very excited. Little night session through the locks.
Yeah.
Very excited.
So there's two paths up to the lake, and we are gonna go through the old one,
Yes.
and the big ones go through the new one, because
The big ships.
the big ships dropped obviously more. So it's up to, was it 15 meters?
15.2 meters.
And this one's only 12. So we'll just fit here.
So we'll take the old route. We'll take the scenic route, you know? Vessels under 60 feet are usually required to raft up with other vessels of similar length. Luckily for us, we were rafted up with one sports fishing vessel named Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack was by far the bigger and more powerful vessel, which meant my job, being the captain for the transit, got a whole lot easier. Sneak Attack was responsible for motoring and maneuvering us both through the gigantic locks.
Well, we are just about to enter the first lock, and I am very excited, very excited. I didn't think I would think this is such a big deal, but wow, it is very cool. There's a lot of people here, and they've been doing it for years and years and years, and yeah, it's just amazing to be a part of it, really. Very skilled people.
Four lines are required to attach our rafted vessels to the locks. Luckily for us, Sneak Attack, being the longer vessel, was required to have 3 of those lines, and Merewether, we only needed 1. This is our only rope connected to the land.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're going to be dealing with this one,
Okay.
and you're going to need to pull it as
Yep.
it needs to be tensioned.
Yep.
So we're going to go up.
Say goodbye. How does it feel?
Amazing.
First log.
It's perfect time as well. It's just like sunset.
Really
Sunset transit actually. Get on it, baby. A single lock requires 27 million gallons or 100 million litres to raise ships 9 metres. After 3 locks, the ship will be 27 metres above sea level and sitting in the Gatun Lake. Really?
You are lucky guy.
Yeah, very lucky. Gatun Lake is a man-made lake that was created in 1907 after the French failed to create a water-level canal through Panama in 1889. The Americans came up with the idea of damming inland Panama with its torrential rain and creating the Gatun Lake. Good morning. Today we have just woken up in the lake of Gatun Lake. It's a man-made lake specifically for the canal. They dammed it back in around 1900 and they let the rain fill it up and fill it up and fill it up. And this is where the locks take you up to. And then we're going to do about 25-30 miles today to the Pacific side, to the Pacific locks. And then we're going to go down the locks on the Pacific side. Very, very exciting stuff. It's really unreal to see this feat of engineering and to see it and be in it and live it and sleep in it. The last night we stayed on this mooring ball right here. I've never tied my boat up like this before, so it's quite interesting. We've got a springer line from the middle of the boat and we've got a kind of a line from the bow to the stern. So it's very different for me, but it's good learning. We went through with a fishing vessel which could go 30 knots. So apparently the way they work, if your boat can go quite fast, you just motor straight to the Pacific locks during the night time. We couldn't go as fast, we go about a maximum of 6 or 7. So we were told to stay here last night and we're going to motor through the daytime today. Our advisor should be here somewhere between 7 and 9 AM and that's when we push on our 30 miles to the Pacific. So exciting. Hey little guy. We have a massive amount of bugs and mosquitoes on the boat right now. So these little birds, which you can see above me, they are having breakfast this morning. Good
morning guys. Right now we are motoring in the lake. It's approximately 20-21 miles to the first lock and it is a beautiful, beautiful day. We woke up to the sunrise and yeah, it's just, I think it's blowing like 9-8 knots. All around us is jungle. I mean, you can really understand back in the days how hard they had to work to be able to build all this. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Actually enjoying it a lot more than I thought. We have done our research and we're looking at like different documentaries. I'm more about nature and the beauty of nature and its rawness, but this is really cool piece of engineering, and yeah, I can really learn to appreciate it with the hard work that went into building all this. Yeah, very impressed.
The lake stores 5.2 cubic kilometers of water. That is 2 million Olympic swimming pools. It also works out to be the average rainfall in the area per year. The land around the lake has been so untouched over the past century that scientists actually use the area to study the understanding of the past, present and future of tropical ecosystems and their relevance to human welfare.
What do you reckon, Captain?
Oh, I'm loving this.
Yeah?
This is absolutely amazing. It feels remote because there's not too many other. All this land's protected, so
Yeah.
there's no people, there's no hotels, there's no houses or anything like that. So no, we feel very remote, but at the same time we're in a big shipping channel.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
We're here all by ourselves.
Yeah. So it is 21 miles from the Caribbean locks or Atlantic locks to the Pacific locks. So we're about halfway through that now, and we're hoping to catch up with the vessel that we came up the locks with, a vessel named Sneak Attack, and then we'll go back down the locks with them. And it's brilliant because we tie up to them
Yeah.
and they do all the work. They motor us forward. They have 3 lines to land. We have 1.
Yeah.
It's an easy job for us.
Hi.
Hey,
Did you get lunch?
I did. Made by an amazing girl. Okay, so there's a northbound and a southbound lane, or a cut in the canal here. And so we're waiting for the northbound traffic to come through. So there's 2 ships left. And then we're going to, the southbound lane will open up, and we're part of the southbound lane. So we've got 1 big ship that's coming up on our stern. He's going to pass us, and then we're going to follow him through.
I just made some curry with chickpeas, vegetables, and rice for 6 people. There is no wind here between these mountains, so it's very hot. As you can probably tell, I'm sweating a lot. But yeah, so far so good. We're almost at the first lock, almost at the other side. Okay, so right now we are in the most narrow part of the channel. It is surrounded by mountains. It was the hardest part to build as well, because of all the dirt they had to dig out to be able to make the canal. And you can see it on the mountains surrounding us. There's also a bridge up here that's almost identical to the one in Colón. It's really nice to see. It's very well taken care of, everything. We learned earlier today that the whole channel, there's 10,000 people working around or with the channel. That's pretty cool. That's really great for Panama. So many job opportunities. So, yeah, I'm enjoying this far more than I thought. It is really beautiful all the way around it. It's just untouched jungle, more or less. It's really beautiful.
The Culebra Cut was one of the big engineering feats of the canal. The failed French efforts in 1889 brought the summit of the cut from 64 meters above sea level to only 59 meters above sea level. The hard part was not breaking down the earth. It was removing the spoils away from the construction site. The key to the American success was in their railroad system that they had so much experience in. Tying up with Sneak Attack for a second time felt like a breeze, with Isabel knowing exactly what to do. Panama Canal, given to the people of Panama from the US in the year 2000, now creates more than 10,000 jobs for the country. The canal brings in $3.4 billion US each year, a lot of which gets put back into the local areas of Panama City and Colón. There's two doors.
You see Australia?
Almost. See how there's two doors?
Yeah.
So because they have the weight of the lake and the pressure of the lake, they have to have two doors here just in case.
Wow. Yeah, you don't want that. Just
You don't want this lake just draining into the ocean.
nope.
The gates of the locks are enormous, ranging from 14 to 25 metres high, and are 2 metres thick. The heaviest gate weighs in at a solid 662 tonnes. The gates, when closed, are angled in towards the higher body of water, allowing them only to open when both bodies of water are the same level. The gates are actually hollow and buoyant, like the hull of a ship. They are so well balanced that they only require one 25 horsepower motor to open them, which is only slightly more power than our dinghy engine. Is that the Pacific I see?
I don't know, is it?
I think it is. I think there's nothing between Australia and us, it's just ocean.
And a few islands.
And a few islands.
The last lock.
The last lock, and we are in the Pacific. Amazing.
Unreal.
Incredible.
So cool. Oh, here we go. So exciting!
You can tell it's the first time.
Yeah?
You?
First time?
So first time.
Hey!
Made it. What an intense 24 hours.
We just rocked up to Panama City now and the anchorage La Brisa. We are exhausted. Yeah, how are you feeling, honey?
Surprisingly, I'm extremely tired after a day of just motoring. I think we motored since about 7 this morning.
Yeah.
And we just got in about an hour ago, so 7 till 4. And I guess I have to be alert kind of the whole day.
Yeah.
We're motoring in a channel. There's a lot of buoys, there's a lot of other boats. We have to go certain speeds which they set. So I've just all of a sudden crashed.
Our crew just left us. They've been very helpful. Very, very happy that that they were on board. They could help us. Yeah, right now I just want to eat and just go to bed. I'm so exhausted. I think the tension of everything had just set now, and can't even find the words.
Have we mentioned the whole crew thing, why we had people on board and the whole line handlers? Have we said that?
Maybe not.
The canal requires you to have 4 line handlers and a captain. So we had an option of hiring line handlers, but they cost $120 each, and we kind of trying to save our pennies. So
The boom's wanting to talk.
So we basically put our ad up on Facebook and we just said, hey, anybody want to be on a line handler?
The day before. You put that on the day before.
The day
didn't you?
before.
Yeah.
Literally the morning before we were meant to leave. And we got 3 people reply and we said, be at the marina first thing in the morning.
Yeah, and they were.
And they were. And they're really lovely people.
Yeah.
So we saved ourselves some money and we had line handlers.
Yeah.
We had to teach them a few things.
Bowline.
Bowline.
If you go on a boat, if you haven't been on a boat before, do the bowline course. Learn the bowline before you go on a boat and impress the captain.
But we were very happy to have them on board.
Yes.
And
yeah, they're lovely people.
Very lovely people.
Yeah, I'm quite happy, but to have the boat all to ourselves again. And
just got to clean it now.
Oh, again. Well, I'm gonna have a shower and then heat up some food.
Beautiful.
Have a look at this anchorage.
Hey, Merewether, Kira and Isabel. I tried to time it, but I couldn't just do it. So over there, right there, that's where you are right now. So just a matter of minutes, but couldn't time it properly. Have a safe crossing, guys, and thanks for being part of the Shelter Bay family, okay? See you on the other side. Take care. Ciao. Sally Merewether, follow them. Great YouTube channel. Take care, guys.